take it away.
What a strange deck segment that was.
If you start with scissor in rock, paper, scissors, that is probably a sign of mental illness.
Yeah? I mean, something's wrong with you?
Yes.
Does it make a difference at all?
I mean, not to the outcome of the game. It's just a bit weird.
All right. Fair enough. Only weird people do that.
No, mentally ill.
All right. Someone should just study into that. I'd be very interested.
I think that there actually could be some kind of correlation.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd fund it. We could figure it out. I agree with this. I don't think predictions matter, Moses. I would say that completely unbiased.
Yeah, but you only say that because you're in last place of the prediction game. If you were in first place, you would be attributing a lot of stuff to it.
You think very little of me. And
Listen, before we get this pissed round out of the way, you want to hear a really cool story that's real quick?
Go on.
Back in the day, back in like 2003, I used to be sponsored to be a competitive Counter-Strike player. And the first sponsor that ever gave me money was NVIDIA.
Oh, great.
So for over a decade now, NVIDIA has been the chosen video card of professional gamers.
Fantastic. And they're helping us out in this tournament.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So that's good. I like that. That is a good story. Well, it's going to be AVANGAR starting on the CT side with Na'Vi on the T side. And they have picked up, well, a little bit of an upgrade in pistol. And then otherwise it's armor and just Glocks. And I think they're just going to try and see if they can knock out Krisen, who's playing over by this B-bomb side. Although there is a great triple crossfire going on here for AVANGAR. Let's see if Na'Vi can break it with just pistols, trying to make their way through. And he's missing the shot, so that's one down. Electronic will take down quicker, and that is going to be a little bit of a trouble. That's the... Well, James bringing it back quick. They both just ran past them. Buster's going to be taking down Flamey. Na'Vi getting way too comfortable with that early pick. And now suddenly they're in trouble.
Yeah, they're getting worked right now, but Simple still alive, and that's what he can do. He does go down to Demasik, and it's just Zeus. Last one left, and he's got one headshot. He can isolate the other, but the smoke is going to get confusing.
He's going to stand inside it, maybe realizing that James wasn't going to be using it, trying to run in and see if he can defuse. He's actually blocking the defuse. Zeus, what a hero. That's one way to stop the defuse, I suppose. Just put your actual body in there. Now, Knife is out instead, stabbing him once. He has to come off it, and there's no time. Would he have had it if he had stuck it?
I don't think so, but you might as well just stick it at that point and just pray. So he went for you. Obviously, went for not getting shamed and embarrassed, right?
I've never seen someone actually prevent someone from getting to the bomb using their model in the game.
I don't think he actually intended it. Just
obviously
happy little accident. That, I mean, still, you have to say that's way too close of a pistol round. You could see that was such a dirty setup for AVANGAR at that B bomb site. It just doesn't come to fruition. These are great shots by James, obviously cleaning up Electronic, who is already low. Yeah, he might have been able to get that. Maybe. Doubtful. But you could see that first player up top who's at the angle at that platform with the pistol, that's so hard to stop that first player. You need your catwalk player or you need the market guy to be the one taking contact, and you're just the one baiting, and you should be able to get like one or two free kills. But if you shoot at that first player who just jumps out the window, it's so hard to close that kill.
I'm actually not convinced I think he might have been able to get it. I mean, if we go back and watch the demo and it says like 1 second on the clock, then it takes a little while for that knife to...
For that second knife slash?
Yeah.
Well, Buster has a chance with the scout, and he's the only one here. And if he doesn't hit the headshot right on the first one, he's just going to get overrun exactly like that. And from here for AVANGAR, you might as well just save these weapons that you've invested into. There's no chance you're getting back into this B bomb site. So pretty easy round for Na'Vi to get their second. Just the one kill, and they're home free.
That always feels good. Just a smooth enough start, putting some pressure on the B bomb side early on. See if that's going to have an effect later on in the game. Do you think so? If they can, you know, sort of trick AVANGAR into being a little bit more worried about B?
I mean, it's always a huge success if you can have even just like one gun round towards that B bomb site. The rotator sticks around for an extra 3 seconds or something like that. So yeah, it can always be helpful. Maybe they use the utility a little bit faster. We'll see. I don't think it's going to matter too much in rounds like this. The second round won't have any real impact on it. Obviously, being willing to just rush this B bomb site. We know on these second rounds it's sometimes a bit of a gamble, whether it's stacked or not.
Yeah, I mean that's a fair point. If there had been a 5-man stack and Na'Vi had sort of bounced in there, we would have said, "My God, why aren't they doing anything?"
Yeah, why aren't they doing a default first and figuring things out?
Yeah, I think that's a fair point.
The nice thing is with the 2 MAC-10s, you can really just kind of go sacrifice Zeus or Edward, and you don't have to worry too much. I mean, you can just send him forward into a bomb site, see what you've got. But I mean, another pretty strong round. There's an element of danger here for Na'Vi. Quackheart's going to push up. There's the CZ, got the headshot. Simple responds. He's going to be able to build upon this, but he can't handle the spray. And actually, Krisen now with 2 Deagle kills, and it's a 3-on-2.
That's a terrific push. Good grenade, though. Followed up by Zeus. Flamey snuck all the way into the A bomb site and wants to see if he can make the wrap around. Maybe if he could take down Buster. By the way, in case you haven't been seeing AVANGAR before, it's quite a fun play to watch. Demasic goes down to Flamey, who's looking for a bit more. Buster just wanted that one headshot, but the Krisen is holding the bomb, and there's still a minute, and he's going to get the kill on Zeus. Read that situation very well.
This is a really nice round. Great Deagle kills from Krisen to open things up, and I mean, the fact that they have the bomb at top mid is just so brutal for Na'Vi. Flamey has a chance. If he can find Krisen low, won't be the first point of contact, and the scout is going to miss its shot, but now they know. Now they can change their position. They want to keep the eyes on the bomb. There's 40 seconds left. This can give Flamey a real chance. They've actually kind of given up control, given up sight. It's going to be Buster heading over towards the B-bomb site. It's going to be Krisen heading over towards A, so they've split up, and there's a chance for Flamey now. The footsteps are going to be heard, so he's going to call Krisen back, but a real opportunity for Flamey to steal one away.
Yeah, I wish if they were going to give up control of the bomb, I wish they could have got a little bit closer to try and prevent some of this.
Problem is, you want Buster to like have an idea of what's coming, and now he just goes in far too early. And Krisen, he's got to speed things up, and I think Flamey's got this. I think Flamey's helped them recover, especially now that he's spotted Krisen out. This is going to be nearly impossible for Krisen to win this, and that's an opportunity right there.
Yeah, just ready and waiting for it. Good job from Flamey, but I actually don't mind if AVANGAR decide let's not control the bomb. I think that's a fair decision to make. But then I think what you should get in exchange for doing that is being close enough to the bomb site so that you can sort of mess with him to try and plant the bomb or anything like that. You know, like, or when he's planting, you just go in and try and shoot him.
Tough part, I think Buster was kind of debating whether he wanted to take a fight or whether he obviously needs to keep the intel of where Flamey is, right? Like if you're going to let him get that bomb plant, you kind of need to know where he goes afterwards so that you can position yourself. Well, we're going to see more action here. They want to push up one more time. Simple's not ready for it, and the flick over isn't going to get there in time. And even the follow-up kill, that is a beautiful push. And 2 rounds in a row, the mid-aggression for AVANGAR yields results.
Yeah, big double for Quicker. That's obviously a huge impact. And again, taking down Simple early on. Did he have a good game last time on Mirage? There was one of those games where he wasn't doing as much as he usually does. I can't remember if it was the Mirage one or another one last time.
I can't recall, to be honest with you.
Well,
it's not starting out well here, obviously. I think he's got a kill on the pistol, kill on the follow-up round. He's been blanked these past 2, and that time, with the AWP, not able to find, wasn't even thinking about the push. So he just gets battered. And now AVANGAR can be patient. Na'Vi seems like they're just kind of in this 3-on-4. They don't know where exactly they want to go. So 2 players going to be in middle. They don't use the AWP. That's going to get Electronic in a position. And Zeus is going to grab the bomb and likely go meet up towards that A bomb site with Flamey. So try and have some kind of a late round split with just the 3 players.
Electronic has a smoke, so you can stop Buster from shooting him in the back if he tries to make it up the connector. That's definitely possible, which I think would be kind of important. Otherwise, there's a good chance. Actually, it's going to be a long smoke from Zeus, it must have been, smoking off that part. So that's really good help. Good little teamwork coming out here from Na'Vi to help Electronic get into connector. He's going to use it towards jungle instead. This is actually very smart for a 3-on-4. They're playing it very well right now, Na'Vi. But they still need a kill, otherwise it's not really going to matter. And Buster's made his way through. Random shot through the smoke as Krisen's going to take down Electronic. And I think that was the one thing that just could not happen. Now, Zeus and Flamey, almost impossible to win a 2v4 like this, especially because AVANGAR playing very well right now. Falling back and waiting for teammates. Demasic going to be taking down Zeus, and that leaves Flamey 1 versus 4. He's got a bit of an angle here, but they are just going to double up on him. Reload, not even really possible. And they're going to lose the round. AVANGAR just playing well.
That's a really nice retake. Just kind of everyone back off and even reading the aggression towards CT spawn. You know in that scenario in a 2-on-4 Na'Vi need to catch you off guard. And just backing away from it, let them get lured into a weird fight. Able to take it. So that's the first round for AVANGAR. I mean, critically as well, they survived with 3 players. So decent amount of money going to be able to build up, which is always great for that first gun round that you win. You kind of avoid that risk of having a super harsh reset in the follow if you lose. Even a UMP going to be picked up for the sake of utility. A lot of kits, a lot of Molotovs. And if you're Na'Vi, you gotta start being worried about this kind of mid push. That's 2 rounds straight now that it's opened up with a double kill for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's preventable, right? Even if you want Simple in there, just send someone to back him up and so that they can sort of fight back. Instead now, Krisen and Dimasic are setting up. Maybe could flash their way through the smoke if they felt like it, or just stick around. Try and see if they can get anything. A little bit of spam coming through. Flamey. She's going to lose that fight, and so will Zeus coming in from behind. Na'Vi just losing way too many of these early fights. It's a good job that they get Krisen with the late Molotov there, but still.
Forced back with their initial thrust once again. And so with another 3-on-4 as Na'Vi has to adjust across the map. No AWP on the board. Simple's going to stick around today with the bomb for now. Edward and Electronic, I'm wondering if they're going to try and pull a fake. Go towards the B bomb site, see if you can get 1 kill, and then allow Simple to kind of do everything. Let him make the hero plays.
Yeah, if anyone would, it probably is Simple. It's not such a bad idea. They could also wrap through underpass, which they're slowly starting to do now. James going to catch really good timing. They don't see the bomb, so actually that might still cause a rotation. Indeed it has. Quicket's already moved out of CT spawn, and now it's just Dimasic here. So if Simple can get that kill with Electronic in the middle to catch the rotation, that could actually work really well. Oh, they're going to be walking up. And Buster, timing is everything right now for him. Simple's got the smoke, so he can't really help out Electronic. If he turns his back now, that would be a big problem. I think Buster, did he see? He must have saw just a little bit. There's the kill from Dimasic, and a great follow-up, taking a triple. That was beautiful control with the AK.
That was really well done from him underneath the balcony. That's not an easy fight to take, especially when you have one player coming up that connector. And you're right, it's all down to timing. Not sure if Buster was able to call it over, but AVANGAR is outplaying Na'Vi in the early stages and the late stages now as well in these first 2 gun rounds. This is nice, and obviously even that Molotov kill is fortunate.
Yeah.
And we're going to get a timeout from Na'Vi already. Zeus wants to talk things over. This has not gone according to plan.
I think I would love to see a replay of that last round, just because when Flamey is on that ramp waiting, and he's the first to go down, I wonder if he's actually calling for someone to flash over. Because he saw the spam through the smoke. I'm wondering if he's actually asking a teammate, can someone flash over so I can actually go and peek them on the other side? And then because that doesn't happen, he's sort of like, well, then I'll just go and fight them, and if that doesn't work out, you know, like...
I'm going to do it anyways, boys. You might as well throw a flash for me.
Yeah, I'd be super interested... Like, if we saw the replay, I'd be super interested to know if anyone on the Na'Vi side selects a flashbang and if they're just late or something. Like, would that be fun to get a follow-up on?
It might have been, because it didn't seem like the most coordinated. Zeus was trying to punish any of the defenders falling back, obviously trying to come out of Palace and make something happen, and it just doesn't work. So they're going to invest, oddly enough. They've got CZs, they've got Deagle on Edward. Full utility, so they fall into a straight-up A execute. Electronic just kind of lurking in mid. You can see him sitting inside the smoke, waiting for the knowledge, waiting for the information. But there's a timer on this, and the rest of his teammates are blocked off by smoke on A ramp. So yeah, Electronic's got to bail out of that sneaky little play. But here we go, and there's no one coming Palace, so Krisen is going to be pretty comfortable with no one coming above him or from that angle. James going to try and peek down towards A ramp. Nothing to see there, and they should be able to shut this down, AVANGAR.
Yeah, they really should be. Krisen doing a good job with the MP9 so far, shutting down a couple of kills there. Electronic got 1, and that might be all they get. Buster, who's rotating through the middle.
This has been a real nightmare of a start of this map for Na'Vi, and even Electronic now with basically nothing to do. I'm not sure if Kleikert was close enough to hear it. It sounds like they're all kind of adjusting towards the B bomb site. The bomb is down, but that's a nice kill from Electronic. Very quick with the CZ. Can't really recover anything to get further damage, and he should just go down here from connector. So it's all tied up now. AVANGAR 3 straight once the guns come out into the map.
Yeah, what a joy to watch them play right now. Like, this is we've seen plenty of teams struggle even on the CT side of this map. Like it's just a broad criticism. I feel like a lot of teams just are not very good at playing CT sides.
Okay. Yeah, there's some head scratchers out there on the defensive side of things.
Yeah.
I mean, if you even want to take it a little bit more detailed with Na'Vi, it feels like Na'Vi, every game they have one player who just can't get going into the game. At the moment, it's Edward. It's still really early. It's still only 6 rounds in. But no matter how well it's like Simple and Flamey and Electronic kind of play, and I mean, even sometimes one of them, it always feels like there's just one guy on Na'Vi who's not clicking in a map. So you got to be worried about that. That's got to be in the back of your mind if you're a Na'Vi player. Simple's taken down early here by Jame. I think he actually also spotted Electronic and has the read one's going to be coming from there. It's all down to timing, though, and Electronic's just kind of hoping and praying Flamey's able to provide the opening. 2 players in middle as well as Zeus and Edward get closer to connector. Still applying some pressure into these 8 bomb sites. That's a nice shot from Jame.
Yeah, just that AWP up and running. Don't know if they'll be likely to swap into a double op later on. I mean, things are working out this way. It's fine. Good find on Edward, and that's the bomb down. So good little round for Jame, even if they don't have any armor or anything. Just getting the AWP warmed up.
Yeah, just getting some confidence. Nicely done for him. Simple's only had the op 1 round, and he there was a mid push that no one was covering Simple, and he wasn't really prepared for it. It got taken out of his hands early. That was in round 4. Hasn't gotten it back since. Kind of that force buy of the previous round that didn't yield any results has taken money away from him in this round.
I was going to say, a lot of the time if things don't work out on Mirage, people sort of tend to do the default A execute, but seems like we've gone for a bit more mid-control this time instead. Flamey and Simple are up there, so it might be a split towards the A-bomb site, but we'll find out. Buster is going to be going down. That is a great shot for Electronic right away. No damage really output, and they're going to be right into the ladder room. This is a powerful move from Na'Vi. Now, there is a counter move on the other side, which is Krisen and Quicker just pushing up. Zeus is holding the doorway, though, so got to be a little bit careful. Zeus, he's just thinking about it. He's going to go for the fight, and he'll get taken down. Luckily, the bomb is down on the other side. He actually had the idea, he just didn't really trust himself.
Well, he spotted 2 as well, and it's a shame that the bomb is dropped towards T-spawn because no one from Na'Vi can really take advantage of that fact. They're 2 spread out across the map. Edward's trying to hold the middle, and actually he's the one making the play. Nice kill from Simple towards that A-bomb site. Edward can be so impactful here, and he's going to cut off the rotation. He's got 1 kill, now doesn't need to fight anymore. Just prevent them from coming through the hole, and you've won the round, and you can see AVANGAR knows it. They're just going to give it up. Quackert and Krisen backing off. Nice adjustment from Na'Vi, from the information that Zeus was able to gain. Good heads-up play from Edward as well.
It was.
That's his first kill, and it's won him a round.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah. Just, and as you mentioned, the backing up part as well is good. Especially when you're behind, I feel like people sometimes do that. Like they try and overfight, just like now, surely it's my time.
Yeah, I'll get them all.
What about talk to me about that ladder room part of the map, Moses? Because it seems kind of inconspicuous. Like it just seems like it's a little side bubble to window or short or anything like that. Like why do Na'Vi want that?
I mean, obviously, you want that kind of control in the middle part of the map. It's a relatively safe area to get someone camped out in, and obviously we see defenders there as well, but it allows you a lot of passageways to each one of the bomb sites, so you can help your team kind of rotate between the sites if need be. But more importantly, we saw how it was used here with Edward, able to kind of flank through window room and be able to cut off rotations. That's huge, and we've seen it exploited a lot in the past. It's always been a pocket strategy on this map. At one point, it was like the strategy on Mirage.
Yeah.
Is take mid control, get someone up into that window room, and then you rotate back towards the A-bomb site. And as we mentioned earlier, NVIDIA, the graphics platform of Starladder, doing a beautiful job, if I do say so myself. Server conditions have been excellent.
Yep, they really have. I've heard no complaints at all, so gotta love it. Flamey over at the A apartments, while the rest are again trying for this kind of knockout blow towards the middle. I mean, it's kind of hard to stop 2 or 3 men running in like that, and again, they get almost immediate ladder room control. So that's going to be a bit annoying for AVANGAR. They need to find a way to deal with that if that's going to be a feature of the later part of this half. Flamey just wants the one good piece of timing, and he's going to get it absolutely. Now, can he get back? Yes, he makes it back around the corner. I was going to say, a couple more seconds, and Krisen would have been able to respond to that.
That's a massive miscommunication out of the defense, and look what it opens up. Quackert trying to get in a different spot. He's trying to rotate over to kind of help out at this A-bomb site. He gets eliminated again from that position we just discussed, and Edward is going to push forward into it one more time. Krisen needs to do everything. That's the bomb down at A-ramp. He's going to have Edward flanking. He's got Simple coming from Palace, and Buster even trying to rotate, and everyone's getting picked apart for AVANGAR. That one kill just prompts a waterfall of death for AVANGAR, and Simple now spots out the last player, winning for his teammates. Not even taking the peek. That's a nice flashbang.
Yeah, Demon Sick not going to be all that happy about it.
He's like, I'll eat that flash straight to the face. And Simple's just waiting for his teammates to come from behind. And
I keep wanting to call him Dima, but that's actually another Russian player instead. So, you know.
I feel like I'm not handling this. What is it? Kaikert?
See, I said Quikert in the beginning, and I think a lot of people corrected me and saying it's.
Did you get yelled at?
Yeah, I think it's like Kickert. I think it's like
Okay.
it's.
We'll go with that for round. Kickert.
I think that's what it is. But listen, if we're wrong, then please tweet at us. You know.
Tweet at Anders.
These guys are great. I don't wanna mess anything up. I sort of forgot because you don't get to see AVANGAR play all that much.
I don't think we've seen them since the major.
Yeah, they've just sort of disappeared. But they were just a lot of fun watching at the major.
They were great. All the CIS teams were, weren't they?
Yeah, they really were. And how encouraging it is that they haven't, just like fallen off. Like they didn't well, now it's a long vacation and I guess we'll see what happens,
Sadly, my boys, Vegas Squadron, have lost one of their best players.
They have, yeah. But they were like the longest standing roster up until that point, weren't they?
Yeah,
so,
then it all collapses. All good things come to an end.
Yeah. I do believe someone said that once.
Someone. Don't know who, but it was said.
It was in a pop song, I remember.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't think that was the beginning of it. Maybe it was.
I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. There's not much innovation in that realm.
Obviously, once we start going off on pop music, a topic that I feel like neither of us know too much about, it's a slow round. Just trying to fill some time here as both these teams take it patiently. No one from AVANGAR, they don't really have... I mean, this is the last purchase that they have. They're out of money, so you can tell they're being a little conservative with it. They don't want to give it up to just some kind of awkward peak or miscommunication like last round. And Na'Vi probably feel that they have him on the breaking point, going to come right up connector. We'll see, Kriz, and he can get in front of this smoke, and he's going to. Around the angle, Zeus turns from a flash, and the transfer onto Edward is beautiful. But now it's Simple's turn to get involved. Buster and Kaikert coming from mid, and that's the bomb dropped in connector. This is going to be really tough for Na'Vi.
Yeah, they need to just go in there and get it back somehow, but it's not exactly clear how that could be done. There's only 15 seconds, so they can't even really play around like they are right now. This is a good kill, but it might not even help them at all. 9 seconds now. And with Flamey gone down, the round is just done.
Well, the tough part is he needs to die, and that's actually good that he gets into the open and he's picked off by Demasik because he was about to get crunched after that time ran out.
That was a good read from Krizen. You can tell that he saw that play out in his mind before it happened, and then you're right, the transfer was great. They've been really good at controlling these M4s. It's
been beautiful. And I mean, as long as AVANGAR isn't getting picked off in these rounds, like we saw James the previous time, just kind of out in the open for Flamey to just walk out Palace. AVANGAR needs to make sure that they don't just die to things like that, because, Na'Vi hasn't shown that they have any kind of, at least in this game, that these tactics are going to be working. They've been getting, kind of destroyed on these gun rounds. So just make sure you don't fall prey to some kind of a silly little peak where you're just not prepared for it. You don't know who's watching what, and you seemingly are going to be okay, at least for the moment. James has the op, so does Simple. Mid control again for Na'Vi. All 5 players are here. And once again, it looks like they're going to pressure that connector.
Yeah, and if you notice, though, Buster is taken up in ladder room. They're tired of losing that part of the map, so want to try and see if they can sort of change it around a little bit. He's going to be boosted up, so see if he can shoot Buster in the legs if any kind of fight happens over there. A little bit of damage onto Krizen and James. Demasik, though, is far down at the A ramp, so if they realize no one's here, they've got to realize it quick, though, otherwise they might actually get completely wrapped on. And Buster's going to be going down. Good shot from Flamey. Great follow-up, and that's a big problem for James and Dima.
It really is, but the AWP is going to help out, and he can hold the line. Simple's going to come here, so is Electronic and Zeus. Zeus and Flamey joining up in the window room. And Na'Vi actually kind of second-guessing where they want to go. I think they believe there was a rotation, and Simple's got to check the flank. This is a good read. Demasik is coming, but he's going to miss the timing on it. In this B bomb site, with Kaikert in the halls and Demasik coming up on the flank with Catwalk, this is a big fight. Electronic can't win it. Now there's a second front, and Na'Vi again, they just seem stuck, but Flamey's going to get them out of the tough situation. That's the B bomb site. That should be the round as well.
It should be. Without that kill, though, for Flamey, I mean, even if that's just an extended fight or something like that, would buy a lot of time for James and Demasik to make their way over. They are going to back it off and just leave it. So, all things considered, Na'Vi are actually doing a pretty good job now. I mean... Yep. They're on the T side. They're limiting the economy quite heavily for AVANGAR.
This mid control that they've come out with these past few rounds, AVANGAR doesn't really have an answer. They've been playing that contain style, right? And Krizen that round had to feel so uncomfortable. For a long, long time, he was watching that connector. He was all alone, and he had no utility. And when you're in that kind of a situation and you have to defend like that, connector, the toughest spot, like one of the toughest spots in the entire game to defend, It just gets so unnerving, and it's really, really difficult. Despite his good performance in the round before, this time he just can't handle it. He's limited by the fact that he knows someone can peek from Palace and kind of pick him off. So he's got to have a very, there's only a few angles you can really hold, and Edward just kind of walks up without even a flashbang. So Na'Vi willing to take those fights just dry. At 6-5, and they've got a good lead on this T side, and they have a good chance to build upon it even.
Yeah, this could spiral out of control fairly quickly if Na'Vi continue at this pace. Also, I mean, Buster is at 2 kills right now. That's a bit of a shame. It was, we all remember the Deagle kills. He's got one now, but there was a lot of highlights of Buster playing in the major. I'd love to see some of that return. I think they need it right now. I like this push, though. I mean, they don't have a lot, but they're going to try and make the most of it, making a bit of noise, jumping in, and now that AWP, though, I don't think it's going to make it out. James getting one big kill in, but there's just so many people coming through that hallway. Buster trying to relocate for the Deagle shot. If he can, that would certainly make a difference right now, but again, he's going to have very limited chances, and he's just going to go down. Edward with a strong kill coming out, making it a pretty quick double for himself. And that's going to be Krisen now. 1 versus 3, and the bomb will be going down.
Edward had a slow start to this game, but he's starting to fill in nicely. Has had some good impact, some good trades as they enter in. Krisen's just going to back away with that M4. Low on economy, trying to save what you can. It'll be the only weapon they have in next round. I don't think we'll see even investment in Deagles or CZs. I think you just got to save everything. This is pretty brutal for AVANGAR. So Na'Vi going to take a pretty commanding offensive lead. As long as they don't, fall prey to something crazy on the next round. And it's Flamey leading the way. 10-7, Electronic next at 9, and then Simple, Edward, and Zeus all at 5. For AVANGAR, it's Demasic and Krisen with 13 and 11, and then Jame at 10, and then Kai Curtin Buster at 5 and 2. This has been a good recovery, though, from Na'Vi. They were never, too far out of it, but the gun round started out very poorly. It was 4 straight for AVANGAR once the guns were being purchased.
And they looked so good as well. Like that,
Yeah.
I think that was what made everyone worried. I mean, even to the point where Na'Vi took the timeout, the famous timeout, and then, they sort of started to make it back a little bit after that. Huh?
Well, I know you always want to see someone like Simple in the playoffs, right? But how wild would it be? This is a team that was in the finals of the last Starladder. They've been top 4 at every event this year so far.
Yeah.
If AVANGAR was to cause this upset,
I think that caused some real tears, Moses. I think you would.
I think we'd see a broken table.
Yeah.
Maybe a mouse shattered against the wall.
Yeah, but I mean, there's not like Na'Vi aren't already, feeling sort of. They look a little bit fragile from the outside. So I don't know how they would handle that. I don't think that would be a good thing. I mean, everyone did pick them except for Chad, who sort of,
Rock, paper, scissors it.
Yeah. New style.
New style brought to you by Sponge.
Yeah, he's been having a good time on the desk. I feel like this event, generally speaking.
Yeah, generally speaking. Got some rock paper scissors. He's done some gags. They had the chair segment where they just spun in circles.
That was really good.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the highlights.
Is that your favorite segment of the week?
I don't think anything is going to beat the post Stewie segment.
That was pretty good.
The meltdown.
Yeah.
The famous meltdown of 2018.
Wasn't a meltdown. He was just making a point. It was all designed.
Keep saying it.
Well, Na'Vi heading towards this B-bomb site, AVANGAR. They actually have this stacked, and this could be deadly. The M4 is here as well. Krisen's got to be so happy they're coming this way. He's got to properly bait his teammates. They've got to take all the contact, but they can't die this quickly. Nice Zeus kill from Kai Curtin. Buster's there with his Deagle, trying to find Simple. The M4 is on the ground, and from here it should be Na'Vi. There's only 2 players to deal with, and Buster just didn't get enough done. Edward's going to find the entry. That's the B-bomb site. So, a nice read from AVANGAR. Nice stack. They had everything they could have wanted. Just don't get enough production out of their presence here at the B-bomb site, and it's 8-5 now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to lay it all at the feet of Buster, but I feel like, the shots that he hit during the major were unreal.
Obviously, if he gets that kill on Simple a little bit quicker, he has way more attention he can provide to the other players at the end of those halls. So that would have been wonderful if that shot on Simple had just landed to start with, and I think they could have turned it after that. I think the tough part is obviously with 4 pistols there, and then all of a sudden you don't get anything out of that M4. I think that was the big thing.
Oh, simple. Kind of like the idea. Actually, if you'd taken that shot, that just might have worked. But it's always fun when people get the close A spawn, and I think a lot of people forget that you can do that on this particular map. You can sort of run. I mean, people think about it for middle. They say, "Oh, I got the close mid spawn. I'm going to try and run and take a fight." But that close A spawn can be really valuable if you get up on that ramp quick enough. Sometimes people just completely forget that you can get that kind of quick.
Yeah, it can catch you off guard. It comes in very, very fast sometimes. So either way, I mean, Navi, they have all 5 players here, and they've really kind of dumbed down this T side. They've really kind of stopped spreading out, and you know, they're sticking together, whether it's mid-control or whether it's now this hit towards the A bomb site. Electronic going to lead the way, doesn't clear underneath. There is a Molotov there, and Demasix is going to get the first kill, and he's going to hold the line. Follows up on Zeus. The hit's been stopped. No one's actually come out of Palace.
Oh, Edward going to find one. Flamey with the other. Some very strange kills coming out. Prison going to get at least one in return. And he makes it back through the smoke as well. They're going to try see if they can go for the bomb plant, maybe. Still waiting on it. Not quite sure if they have that CT spawn control. And Jame has shown up, and that's probably the kill that seals the round. Good double for Jame. And obviously Demasix holding the ground early on. But I've got to say, that was an odd round for Nav. I'm fine with the whole setup is great. You know, put the Molotov in, then have other people run out of the ramp. But where are all the flashbangs? Like, why is Demasix just able to take that fight forever with, like, and no one's checking if he even ran out? They
Yeah, I was
threw the
going to
Molotov
say,
and ignored it.
It's the classic, like, throw the Molotov to clear and not enough attention is given to that zone to be able to find him. I was more worried about the Palace play, but I think you have to, you know, I like these kinds of matches when it's, you know, they said it was going to be the CIS derby even in the interview. I always like, you know, you have to prescribe a little bit of craziness to a match like this just because they probably played each other so much. You know, whether it's regional tournaments, whether it's practice, whatever it might be. You know, players kind of really have an intimate knowledge of how their opponents are going to play certain situations, so I think everything gets weird at certain points. That might have been one of them, because it felt weird.
Felt a little bit weird. Not the good kind of weird, Moses.
The really awkward kind of weird.
The really awkward kind of weird, yeah.
Consider myself to be an expert at that.
Yeah, we've got a couple of those in the talent group. James has made just tremendous advance over on the A side of the map and is now leading into the T spawn, which he's not seeing anybody. Hard to know what he makes of that. You know, like that doesn't get, like, kind of almost wish he would keep going.
Well, he has the AWP, right? So he doesn't want to do that kind of a wild flank with the AWP. But the nice thing is, with no pressure towards Palace, if they do come A, this allows that lean over towards the B bomb site because that angle in Palace with an AWP is so brutal. And now actually he's rotating. He could catch Edward. Edward's going to be in some trouble if he turns the corner. Jame is going to swing out. There he spots one, and he's not committed to it. So he's just kind of given up his advanced position, but it's Buster to trap one. There goes Simple, and now Buster from Catwalk is making some noise, making some things happen. Jame is forced passive by Zeus, who has the bomb and needs to get into the site, but he's only got 10 HP. He's going to go down, and that should seal it. Less than 20 seconds on the clock. The bomb is in connector. Even these kills, I don't think they'll end up mattering because it's AWPs. And it's AWPs at long range, and they haven't even moved towards the bomb, so I think they're just giving up.
But it's the 15th round.
I think they just lost track of time. I've seen it a couple times in this.
I'm so confused.
Listen, we said awkward, kind of weird, Anders. And it's still happening. So we'll see. What's going to happen though is we are gonna go on a break. There is going to be a little bit of a commercial break here at halftime. It's a new thing at Starladder now that we've gotten to the end of the group stage, and all that weirdness can slowly fade away. Hopefully.
I don't think it can. We'll be right back. All right. Well then, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be the second half coming up now between Na'Vi and AVANGAR. And first half finished 8-7, as you can tell on that nice, huge, massive LED screen.
It is beautiful, isn't it?
It is really good looking. Is that like that's really wide? Is it the widest we have in Counter-Strike?
Probably.
Probably.
I would imagine so.
It's close, right?
Yeah. E-League's got some big ones, but it's not like the one single.
Yeah, it's not
thing,
like one,
Yeah.
glued together one. I'm sure we've had wider stages overall, but
Overwatch has that big screen behind them as well. I know it's not Counter-Strike, obviously.
No, but they do. That does look cool. 16th round is coming up now, and we'll see what happens. AVANGAR look like they want to go for a pretty quick execute. A couple of flashbangs there on Quicker in the back line. Going to try and see if he could put them on over, and the smoke is already in, so now they just have to go and hope for some great shots to come out. Flamey hitting one, that's not bad at all. It's the wrong way around, though.
Simple tries to come through the smoke, and that's going to give Krizen not only a USP, but that advanced positioning. That's a critical spot for him to hold, especially because the bomb is planted in the front of the boxes, so this is going to be tough now for Na'Vi. They do have a kit on Zeus, and they do have a smoke, but can they get into the bomb site without taking too much damage? Kaikrit's taking the fights, and he's going to get that kill at long range. He's going to follow it up, and all the kills go towards AVANGAR, and that's going to be the round.
Yeah, Edward now, 1 versus 3, and just no chance at all to get in there. Not too surprising. Great round from AVANGAR. That was another good, strong reminder that you don't always have to overthink everything, right? Sometimes you really can just throw a smoke towards connector, flash over, and get headshots.
Getting headshots is like the best strategy to have,
yeah.
I think.
Why don't people should do it more then?
Yeah, they should just do it every single time. 3 AKs, 2 MAC-10s for AVANGAR in this round, and they're going to be going up against a full investment from Na'Vi, which once again means Simple is going to be stuck away from the op. He's had a quiet game, Anders. 5-11. You posed the question if he had a rough game on this map early in the tournament. I didn't remember. But he is having one now.
I just couldn't remember if it was on this map or another one. I feel like this should be exactly the kind of map that Simple would love to play,
Well, obviously we've seen him have phenomenal performances on this map especially, but yeah, at the moment he's just kind of being shut out. So the op not quite warmed up for him, and look at the play from Zeus. He's got a lot of intel, he can get a lot of information of these players on Catwalk once they start making noise. The question is, can Na'Vi rotate over in time? Zeus presses the issue and gets taken down, and with 4 players from AVANGAR on Catwalk, they're now forcing their way into the B bomb site, but Simple and Flamey are here, but Buster's doing some work.
Ooh, that's a good shot. A little bit of a shame that Edward couldn't connect with his deagle earlier on. Maybe they could have stuck around and fought for it. Now it just doesn't really seem likely.
They had the chances, Na'Vi. Like Zeus had that chance on the flank. If they could have thinned the herd a little bit, just maybe 1 or 2 players that they were able to take down, and it's not such a force, not such a death ball coming into this B bomb site. But without those kind of kills or even tags early on, it's really tough to sustain in these rounds and prevent that hit from being successful from AVANGAR. So now they can kind of set up towards connector. If they want to get in towards window room, they can try and get a couple kills on the exit, try and take some of the guns away. See, Simple's looking for just that with his deagle.
Yeah, certainly ready. But they're not going to do anything. I mean, you look at AVANGAR in that round. They don't even take the fights. They just smoke off towards the kitchen. It wasn't really a great smoke, but the idea is there. At least a kill to finish it with.
What a dick. Just comes in right in the last second before the round ends.
Yeah, everyone loves that.
Peekaboo. All right. Zeus has the Zeus.
It's my favorite thing.
It did make me feel really awkward when I saw that. I was like, this is happening.
Simple has one too. It's spreading. It's caught on.
I like it. I mean, I like the Zeus play. Yeah. Let's see where they go with it. Simple's going to be at that B bomb site. Zeus is taking his towards Palace. Just getting close up and waiting.
It's great because of the sound that it makes, Moses. That's when people get tasered by it.
Doesn't it sound like a dying chicken?
Yeah, it's just amazing.
All right. Double smoke in window room. They want to, get that figured out for the gun rounds. Don't want to be throwing that out there. Here's Zeus. He's got it. It's just the SMG. And actually, Electronics building. There's a chance here. They're forced back. That smoke is fading. But there's 3 players at A for Na'Vi, and they can actually stop AVANGAR here. Flamey's going to get caught. Surely. Now the AKs with this positioning in the middle of the map in over a minute. And they have time to recover from this. But it's a good thing they called that stop. They were about to run into a brick wall.
Simple's hiding in the B bomb site. It has been for a while behind the bench there. He's only got a USP, so, I mean...
Well, he has the Zeus.
Yeah. But in that sense, you almost wish he would have used $50 more and bought the P250. Just, I mean, like, obviously we're just having fun, but now that they actually can win, it's that USP might be a problem.
I think they might win. Look at Zeus. He's going to flank up behind these guys. He's going to have everything. If Simple gets close up and maybe just picks off one player jumping out the window, you've got the Deagle behind it as well. Oh, this could work. It's all down to Simple and Zeus in that flank, like I said.
Yeah, he's right up there. Electronic going to get one great headshot. That's all they need. Zeus coming in from behind. Oh, where did it go? Buster turning around. There's only 15 seconds now. He's already got the double, but he's just one shot away from death, and he looks for the headshot, spraying a little pit. This is so dangerous, Zeus. Think of the time that's left. Just wait until he plants. 1 health left on Buster, and he's going to try and go for it. Zeus, he goes down. Oh, my God.
No.
What did we just witness? Buster with the trill. You see Simple. He is anything but happy at this point.
Oh, Simple is so heartbroken. I don't know how his Zeus misses. I mean, this one's great. I don't know how the Simple one goes through him, but... Oh, how did they lose that? Buster 1 health with a Glock. He busted out. He had no ammunition in the AK-47. And makes that work. Great poise from him, and that was really his only option. As you said, the time was running down, and Zeus staying to take that fight for a very long time. It's tough to criticize, especially when he's at that van position, because your other option is just to fall all the way back. But it just looks so heartbreaking for Na'Vi. They had the chance to respond. Buster, if he tries to go for the plant, you just know Zeus is going to be able to have an advantage coming out and taking that fight, so he himself just kind of challenges. A lot of smokes in mid. The window smoke was missed.
It's one of those times, Moses, where you wish you could have just a Twitch chat feed going on just to see, because that would have been something.
Well, you can always watch it back.
Yeah, that's true.
They've got Twitch chat replay headers.
That's one of my favorite features.
Well, Na'Vi has no real nades. Electronic and Flamey. Oh my lord, this is a couple really rough rounds for Zeus. You got to feel for the guy. Edward, he's got to spray down 2, and he does just that. But his reinforcements have been cut off. Jane with the AWP is able to do that, peering in towards Market. Electronic comes through to stop the plan, and he is going to get it. But more trades into a one-on-one.
Oh my God, what a round. Quick at that first shot. It was beautiful. I almost lost my mind. It's going to be a bomb plant. Well, he's trying. Good for the fight, and Flamey will take him down. How do AVANGAR lose that round?
I have no idea. I mean, you imagine with the rotation was actually there pretty quickly, but even the first one getting picked off, I thought for sure that would have sealed it. Obviously, what doesn't help anything at all is that bomb never ends up getting planted. The fact that the plant is stopped means AVANGAR still has to kind of take over and be the aggressor. If the bomb goes down, even in that one-on-one, AVANGAR can play that completely different. So that one really hurts. But nicely done from Na'Vi. Still have the money. Yeah, I mean, think of the cash. Think of what they were able to have in the previous round. Now they have to go down to SMGs to have that kind of utility. This is going to be really sketchy for them. And thankfully, AVANGAR is out of not doing too good in the money department either.
No, none of the teams really have much to work with. I wasn't really sure what to expect out of this match. I mean, I wasn't even sure we were doing this match, Moses.
That is a good, yeah. For those who didn't know, it was a late call for Anders.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Hey, bro, where you at?
Yeah.
Aren't we doing the last game, Moses? Now we got the first one.
Professional, as always. Yeah, I don't know. I was in the gym at 2 a.m. watching Thor on my phone. So
oh, that's a life.
Yeah, that was good, wasn't it?
The original Thor?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, Edward are going to be charging up. They're going to try and see if they can put a little bit of pressure on top mid, and that works absolutely perfectly. Simple holding his angle. Edward worried about the ramp. Just no one diverting from the original plan. That's what I like to see.
Listen, a lot has gone wrong for Na'Vi in this match so far.
Yeah.
To have AVANGAR, at one point at a 2 to 3 round lead. If they're able to actually kind of get a hold of this CT side and really just kind of take control of the match from here and win this one out, that's going to be huge. That they're able to win. Oh, that's a nice shot from Edward. Even with the nade and the follow-up is not there. He needs a teammate with him. No one's there to help him out. This is he's really been abandoned to the wolves. Flamey's coming late, and now he's caught awkwardly in the open. They can double peek him, and he's trying to make it as easy as possible. Simple's there to help out. But if Na'Vi can end up winning this match when so many things have gone wrong, when they've had, Simple not playing that, he's not playing poorly, but he's not playing well. He's not having one of his games. If they can do it with Zeus or Na'Vi winning or losing that 3-on-1 or whatever it was in the B bomb site, You know, all of a sudden, if you can win despite all of that, you've got a great advantage in this series.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because some of the mistakes that they've made in this game are some of the ones that we were sort of praising them for earlier in the tournament, saying it's good that they're not doing those anymore.
Well, what's wild is we just saw them a couple days ago playing very well, like making really good mid-round reads, making really good mid-round decisions, having phenomenal team play. And this game they've come into maybe a little bit tired, but looking a bit sloppy. I think that loss to Mouse Sports maybe has them rattled from last night.
Could be. Demasik at 22 kills. That's really something. You're playing against Navi on LAN. You've got that many kills. That's absolutely great. Buster's going to be taken down, and obviously this round they don't have any armor or anything, so just going to have a really rough time at it. No kills happening in their favor, but Navi are going to love it. Surviving with all 5 members in this round definitely helps out their economy, which is what they need. If they want to sort of make a clean cut through to the end of this game and just be able to win the first map, then that economy is going to be important.
Yeah, they've got that luxury by that buffer between them and saving at the moment. And Simple that round felt like, you know, once he realized they were just going to have the Glocks, he was kind of being very aggressive, trying to take a little bit of a deathmatch, trying to work himself into the game. He's up to 11 kills. So not bad at all. He's going to be in the window room, and he doesn't have a AWP on the other side on James to worry about. James trying to run through this smoke, and we'll see if he makes it, but hits the pause button. Crizzen to support as well, which is a pretty standard setup on both sides of the map for these teams.
And playing very close, which can absolutely work with the MP9, but if he goes down, then Electronic might be a little bit alone for a minute. Gonna re-smoke the ramp instead, which might put AVANGAR a bit on pause. Nice attempt.
Edward takes a lot of damage. Simple spotting towards Catwalk in the window room. I say bomb site's going to be under attack real quick, and Edward is kind of locked in. Over a minute, and again, Na'Vi really, really low on utility. Simple with a smoke, Zeus with a Molotov. That's the B bomb site, though. Just a handful of flashbangs. And now with quiet ensuing on the map and full mid control, no knowledge of what's coming, Simple has to be kept honest towards Zeus over at the B bomb site. Edward sees absolutely nothing, which is not great information to pass on because James is lying in wait right on the other side of that wall, and Crizzen's going to be there soon as well.
3 men here for Na'Vi, but if any one of them go down or get smoked out, that could be a problem.
Is this going to be a fake?
That would be mental, wouldn't it? But you're right, though. There's only 30 seconds. Yeah, I think it will be. Oh, let's see how this works out. This might just be beautiful. Dima's going to be going down, but Quick Hit's over there. Simple's now running away. They're all committing to it. Simple just in the corner. Buster going to get 2 big kills. Crizzen with 1. It doesn't even matter if it is or not. I mean, Quick Hit's going to come in from behind and put the bomb down. Simple, if there was one world in which he actually got forced back into the site and maybe got the kill, if he wasn't so aggressive, he was a little bit more scared and said, "Look, I'm going to run back and hide in B." If he caught him with the bomb there, that'd be unbelievable.
I think about a world where that was a clean take, and Simple just decides to save right off the bat, and then all of a sudden he's just in that B bomb site when Kiker jumps out of the window. Either way, works perfectly. Obviously has the benefit of all the kills at that A bomb site going the way of AVANGAR, so Na'Vi is forced to kind of rotate over. They're forced to come over from that B bomb site. If there's any defense mounted, they can be a bit more patient with those rotations, and that could have been disaster.
That's so next level.
That's a very. I still don't think Simple. I don't think Na'Vi realized that was a fake. So
I don't think they understood.
They can bust that one out later.
That's the sort of stuff that makes you a fan of AVANGAR, right? See that, you think, yes, I'm gonna watch this team more.
I find it super interesting that that round. I forget. Was it? No, it wasn't Buster. Who came from connector for AVANGAR? Because he just took that fight towards Edward at top connector. Again, just swung out wide with no flashbang, no smoke. And we saw Na'Vi doing that on their T side as well. So you don't usually see kind of players challenging at top connector towards jungle with no utility usage. It's going to be pretty unique to this matchup, it feels. James not going to clear to the left. One of them is going to have a free kill. This is awkward. I think James has spotted it out. There's the peek, and good lord.
Oh, it's so close, isn't it? The timing is everything. Yeah, James was here in the last round, I remember. So he's just done it again, and he's going to find the kill on Electronic, who's not going to be very happy. That smoke goes up towards the jungle, but see if Simple and Flamey can still hold on to the site. They are going to be put to the test this round. Simple needs to snap out of whatever he's been in and just come back and win this round for them. If it's going to happen, it has to be something like that. Gonna find the first kill on James, which is not bad at all. Flamey picking up one, and Edward coming in, so timing a little bit off here for AVANGAR. They had all the players in position, but they all sort of walked in one at a time, and Simple does find one more kill. Actually, a triple in the round, so not bad, but I feel like they had everyone in all of the key positions, but then it wasn't like they didn't like explode onto the side.
I was gonna say they were missing like the word go. No one actually said, all right, this is the time. Even with that kill, he could have picked up the pace there, but no one actually went coordinated as a team. And Simple's allowed plenty of time with the AWP to find different targets, to be able to reload in between shots and stay comfortable back towards CT spawn, towards those boxes. So back with the AWP again, and this time it's AVANGAR, 2 AKs and maybe some upgraded pistols, a couple of them, 1 P250. Not a whole lot to play with, and Simple, another shooting gallery for him. There's one of the rifles on the ground. Crizzen is up next, and he's going to spam the smoke, and got to be a little bit careful, but he's got knowledge, and he's just going to go back for more. You said you wanted him to wake up. Well, he's trying to do that for himself right now. He is going to go down, but he's done some good work.
Yeah, you can tell that he's like
trying to play himself into it, yeah?
Yeah, I don't mind it at all. I mean, at this point, just whatever works. They will pick up and save the AWP as well, so it's not a big loss. 13-11 here. Flamey up to 20. It's still Demasick on 22, leading the board right now. But, I mean, I don't know. We obviously all picked Na'Vi to win this, but the way that AVANGAR are playing the game right now, I'm kind of rooting for them. I just think they're playing really, really fun Counter-Strike. Like, they're doing a fine job at the moment.
Yeah, they really are. The problem is they don't have a whole lot of time to figure out this T side. You know, they've only won 1 gun round. A single gun round has been won by them. It was 3 off the back of the pistol in the ensuing 2. So kind of a dangerous situation for them. Remember, they've kind of done this slow mid-control James going in towards connector and challenging towards the top, towards that defender, and he's been winning with a pretty decent rate. It's the other half of the attack that sometimes falls flat. Simple this time with the AWP. He's being very aggressive, peeking for information, especially because he doesn't hear anything. There's no smokes, there's no flashbangs, which is unusual, so he feels the freedom to go try and find some intel. Flamey's close up towards a ramp. He can wreak havoc.
Yep, especially because he has a Molotov, so he could really buy a little bit of time, and he's going to put it out maybe a bit earlier than one might wish for. They only have 2 smokes on the other side, so that headshot is going to be great for them. They love that. Anything where they don't have to use more utility than they need. Smoking off towards the connector side. Simple going to be taking down Demasick. He's looking for a bit more. Electronic is there just for the 1 kill, though. Simple missing the next shot in line. He's very worried about those apartments. How did they get the bomb down, though? Cricket is the only one down there, and there's no one to back him up. Simple's going to be taking down Buster. It was a good idea, but they just lost all of the control on the low ground. And now, James, 1 versus 2. He's been spotted as well. Simple definitely knows.
And poor James got to come for the bomb. He's actually just going to give it up straight away with that AK-47. Wants it for the next round. Yeah, they didn't have anything to keep Simple contained, did they? I mean, he just had freedom to keep peeking back and forth. And if you're the bomb trying to get to the site, or if you're one of the teammates who needs to help the bomb get to the site, you're just afraid to kind of commit yourself into that action. Simple now up to 19 kills. He's really starting to come alive in this second half. 13-11. Some good shots there. And this is just dominance now from Na'Vi on this defense. No openings being provided to AVANGAR, and with that kind of really harsh reset that just happened 3 rounds ago, they don't have the money.
He saw that Zeus versus Buster when we won.
He's like, I've had enough.
That's when he was like, listen.
You think he does that? You think he's like, you know, I'll start the game slow, let my teammates get into it, see if any of them catch fire,
yeah,
and then eventually he's just like, screw it.
Yeah, yes. Listen, if you want the job done right,
you got to do it yourself. Well, that's a nice headshot from James. He's into the A bomb site. That's kind of cool. The bomb is very far away and actually mid-presence, and that's going to cause a really awkward timing on the rotation for Electronic. He doesn't know how that's happened. Edward, though, on Catwalk is going to be able to help out now. Zeus is here for the peek. So all that danger that was for just a moment goes away, and a nice touchdown from Zeus.
Yeah.
Toss that lightning bolt.
He's loving it, isn't he? 15-11, so they just need 1 more round on the Na'Vi side. And AVANGAR, they've had a little bit of trouble here in the last few rounds, trying to figure out it's weird to me because they get that connector control so quick, And once you have that on the T side, I mean, there are just so many options. So I feel like they get the control they want on the map, but they don't use it the way that you think they would.
I haven't quite figured it out entirely. They've had some cool things, though. Look at this, actually. Kaikurt's actually made progress. Zeus is watching for it. He's going to catch him off guard, though. Zeus has no idea. I thought he was going to be paying attention, and Edward goes down as well. That's just Kaikurt just walking forward like the Terminator. Non-stop.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
Individual play. Navi, they have to respond somehow, and they wanted to see if they could figure out what's going on ramp. They run into Demasik, who's hitting shots all over the place as well. And that will be Simple now, all alone, 1 versus 5. I do like watching Simple play, but I don't think it's going to happen.
No, not likely. No one's giving him the opportunity, especially if you know it's Simple. You have to play very disciplined. So AVANGAR, desperate play from Kaikurt. I mean, that's obviously really cool, and that's awesome that he's had the balls even at this stage in the game to make that kind of a play at this stage in the tournament as well. That's not going to be your winning recipe down the stretch. You're going to need more than that. He's not going to catch Zeus off guard in that fashion again. Even Edward on the follow-up. There goes Simple. Op taken away. He just wants to be done with this map, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's not.
There's some danger though. I mean, Navi doesn't have great money. They've got Simple at 5,100. They've got Zeus at 4,100, and everyone else is below 3,000. So they've got to save. There's AVANGAR still within striking distance for once again as kind of unconvincing as this T side has been at times. They're still in this, and it's off the back of guys like Demasik. 26 kills for him. He leads the server by a pretty decent amount. And then guys like Kaikurt making those kinds of plays. James just kind of walked up into A bomb site the previous round. Kaikurt walks into B this time. So Navi, they've got to be on their toes.
James going to be falling back. He looked like he wanted to stick around and try and do something, but not this time. And they do have a massive stack over on the B bomb side with Flamey holding A alone. So just a presence. Maybe if somebody peeks in, you can take a couple of shots and then hope that they fall back to B. Obviously not literally meant to defend A alone.
Right. Simple's so aggressive, I wonder if Zeus is going to start pushing as well. They're going to get the information, but it's just too late. I think Flamey's getting more information than they are at the moment as he feels the pressure of all this utility. No one's really even on catwalk. Edward's going to push up. Nice kill from Flamey. Here's Simple underneath. He gets one. He's going to go back for more. There's some danger here, and the bomb needs to make its way up connector, but there's so many players defending against it from Navi, and they just can't find the kills. A little bit heartbreaking. They had the opportunity. It's still there as a flank comes in through T-spawn, but Demasik is waiting for it.
He's so smart, isn't he? That is really a heads-up play. Even if they're low, that's going to be huge. Electronic trying to see if he can get into time. I mean, either one of these players, if he finds one of them, that would be great. But that's one shot, actually, and he jumps for the kill. And Kickard's going to be there to take him down. So that was very scary, obviously. AVANGAR.
They got away with one there.
Yeah, they definitely did. Even when, I can't remember who it was, but whoever came back to help out with the bomb almost ended up spraying his teammate down. Like, they were so on top of each other that almost went horribly wrong anyway. 15-13 though. What a great map 1 that we're having right now. This is just turning into quite something.
This is really cool. Flamey, Simple, Edward all at 21 kills. We mentioned actually Simple and Edward seemingly had a slow start to this map, but they've really come alive down the stretch. And
yeah,
Navi 2 more chances to close out map 1. This is an elimination game. This is where this goes home. Winner goes on to the playoffs.
Yeah,
it's going to be that way for other teams we have playing today.
I was going to say it's a heartbreaking day all around, isn't it? North might go home.
Yeah, that'd be something, wouldn't it?
I was expecting more of an emotional reaction out of you, I'm not going to lie.
Well, I mean, I feel like anything I could have said there would have just been bashing North, and
so you went for nothing.
I just, kept the mouth shut. I would like to see you miserable, though.
Well, there's plenty of opportunities.
North is just collateral damage in that one.
Simple with the early frag on Kickard. That's a little bit annoying. They're not going to be happy about that. 4 versus 5. They've got all the utility, but Simple still moving up. What a madman.
This is just straight Undertaker style, isn't it? Like, you get that kill and you just push up and you're like, all right, I'll deny everything else. They're going to go right at him as well.
Is that really a good idea? He's in such a strange position, going to be standing right up on that barrel, trying for the next shot. They're so worried because they know that he's going to be here, and any moment might just tear their team apart.
I guess maybe like another Opera, I guess, takes
boost.
that shot and takes that kill and then just falls away. Oh, this is sick.
This is such an incredibly cool boost. Hoping to see if they can catch anyone. The jump is there. He knows it. The shot doesn't hit out somehow. It doesn't actually connect, but that is brilliant. Buster trying to see if he can make his way in. Simple. Going to be picking up one more kill. Now, good flank coming around. Trying to rotate into the bomb side is Krizen. Still a 4-on-3 with just 20 seconds left. They need that bomb plant desperately, and Demastic is down there. If he gets dropped, then he will be by Edward, and I think that's it. 1 versus 3 here, 15 seconds. Great shot for James, and he can't follow it up. Flamey will take him down 16-13 in favor of Na'Vi on Mirage.
A scrappy round, though. Zeus couldn't find any way around that smoke. He was just buying time, just living and being a distraction for the players from AVANGAR, and that's what allows Edward to kind of come in with that flank, get those kills. You can see Zeus it seems like he's a little bit stressed. Seems like that's a little bit closer than they wanted it to be. No one too happy about that on Na'Vi. But you know, it doesn't matter. I mentioned earlier in the game, despite some of the struggles, despite some of the mistakes, if they can still find that win, that's going to be phenomenal. If you're a team like Na'Vi and you're the favorite, you're always going to have rough days once in a while against the underdogs, especially from your region, and you just have to be able to find ways to win despite all of that.
Yes, and I mean they certainly did that. So good job on the Na'Vi team. AVANGAR, though, I mean, I sort of feel bad for them. I feel like they showed us so much fun stuff that we don't get to see too often. So I really just like their style. I wish they'd be at more tournaments all over the world.
Okay, yeah. Well, you can feel bad for AVANGAR. Don't feel bad for the guys on the desk. We're going to send it over to them. They're going to chit-chat about the game.